laying there and like things are happening and I'm listening, I kept going, oh my God! Just like alone in my bed. It's like more things would happen and I would just be like, oh! I couldn't
She was blushing.
Like I was. My face was getting hot. Hey everyone! Welcome back to another episode of Girls on the Rocks. I'm one of your hosts, Taylor.
And I'm Evelina.
Yes, and we are famous singers.
Ariana Grande, watch out.
Ariana Grande, who? Just kidding. We know we can't sing. All right. Well, I just want to let everybody know I am here this episode.
Mentally and physically.
Never want to be like that again. So, thank you for welcoming me back to this earth.
And sorry for no episode last week. I was traveling. So
She was in a foreign country.
I was international.
It was awesome for her.
It was.
I was stuck here.
But she'll be somewhere else in a few months.
Yeah. Don't tell my bank account. God damn. True. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. If you're new here, welcome.
And if you're old here,
still welcome. Again and again.
Thanks for being here.
Because we know you are avid listeners and we really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Very much.
It's hard to tell if you're sarcastic or not.
No, I'm not. No, thank you for being here.
Okay. It's like, when you say good for you, it's hard to not sound.
Good for you. Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. I want to point out the elephant in the room. If you notice our shirts.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a Scream theme today, and it was not planned. I promise you.
Dead ass.
I opened the door to Evelina when she got here, and I was like, hey, oh my God. I wish we would have filmed it. But
maybe when we have a reality show.
Yeah, you guys can see, but people probably still think it's not real.
True.
But whatever. It was a raw moment, and you're welcome. I got my shirt in my Easter basket this year.
Really?
Yeah.
What else did you get in your Easter basket?
I got another t-shirt that says I love Diet Coke.
Ooh, good one.
I got a bottle of Prosecco.
Nice.
On
the Lord's Day.
A Target gift card.
Ooh, $25 gift card?
Yeah.
Nice.
Controversial, I know, I'm sorry. I really don't want to forget anything. And then my Easter basket at my grandparents' house was a bunch of cleaning supplies and toilet paper.
Oh, I love that when you're an adult.
I had run out of toilet paper.
Dude.
And Grandma, the Easter Bunny, came in clutch.
Wow.
Yeah. So now I have like a whole stack of toilet paper.
Hell yeah.
And more paper towels. And dish soap.
Hell yeah.
And dishwasher pads.
Wow.
So but I got clothes and essentials.
God, I need to buy dishwasher pods.
It'll be a day that is upsetting if these Easter baskets ever stop.
Literally. You better be 45 still getting them.
My mom said that she'll never stop.
Thank God.
Yeah. So
hopefully one day they can
Mom.
just be upgraded and you can give out like Hermes Easter bags.
I need to make the baskets.
What?
Do I look like the Easter Bunny?
Well, I'm saying like once you become rich and famous.
Period. Okay. I still expect an Easter basket from my mom and grandma.
Well, naturally, but at least this way you can give back one too.
That's true, because they don't get any baskets.
Oh,
I mean, they're the grown-ups.
that's true.
I'm just a wee little lad.
Laddie.
Laddie. All right. Well, welcome.
Sorry for the whole tangent.
Yeah, but now you know what was in my Easter basket.
In case you were wondering.
And you probably weren't. But this episode today is going to be, the theme is flops. Flop errors, if you will.
Floppy Bird.
Flippy flop flop. That was Flappy Bird.
I know, I was changing it to
You
fit
know,
our
I
thing.
still have that game on my phone.
Wow, vintage.
I think. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I may have just lied to you.
Okay. Oh, would it be the first?
It's just called Flappy.
Flippy Flappy.
Ah, shit. Maybe I don't.
I'm pretty sure they removed it from everybody's thing.
Damn. I had it for a long time, and I was never the one to delete it. So it must have happened. You know what? Stop doing things against my will. I don't appreciate it.
Yeah, like the U2 album. I didn't forget.
I forgot about that.
I never
I
forget.
always forget about it until somebody brings it up.
You're welcome.
I mean, naturally. I didn't remember it till you said it.
Nice.
Wowie.
She's getting there, guys.
Hey, sober as a clam.
You've been hanging around too many white people. I feel like that's wild.
That's not even a saying.
Exactly.
Something smells really good. Do you smell that? Is it the flowers? That's crazy. I just keep getting a whiff of something yum. I think it's the flowers. They're old, so they're getting a little potent. I can smell them from across the room.
I don't smell anything.
How do you not smell it? It's like wafting into my face. You don't smell that?
I'm just trying not to pass out right now.
Why are you passing out?
Because it's so funny what's happening right now. I can't wait to play this back.
You don't. I got another whiff. You don't smell that?
No. Am I wrong?
Oh shit! Is it this? Smell that.
Oh, that does smell good.
It was in that drawer with the wildflower things. What are they called? Wallflowers. It's not the real flowers that are in front of me.
It's just that one.
My microphone smells delicious. All right. Anyway, sorry.
Wow.
We haven't even started with the first topic.
Good.
All right. So we're talking about flop eras today. Mm-hmm. We got a couple people and a company. So the first one that
near and dear
and just tears and tugs at my soul straps is Miley Cyrus.
Yeah. Controversial take, maybe. I don't know if
it's more of a flop era question mark.
True.
Because here's the thing. Mm-hmm. I could just be in my Miley Cyrus flop era because I haven't listened to any of her new songs. Mm-hmm. Not like on purpose, but like I haven't purposefully looked for them either. Mm-hmm. So it's like, am I the problem?
And that begs the question, is Miley Cyrus just not putting in the, I don't want to say effort, but not doing the marketing right for this era?
Because here's the thing. Her vocals get better with age.
Oh, honestly, especially when she stopped smoking.
Yes. Like, yeah, incredible. She sounds magnificent. Mm-hmm. And I heard like snippets of one of the new songs and I enjoyed it, but like it didn't get me to actually listen to the whole song. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just still stuck on bangers too hard.
You know, I saw a theory is that Miley is in her sort of, or trying to be in her Beyonce era, where she's just being very inconspicuous and like releasing things without being very personable. Yeah. And I personally think that's her fallback, is her not being personable. Because you're not really connecting to Miley anymore. It's just, and this is not really like a fault.
No,
it's okay.
And no shade thrown to her either.
No, and it's okay if you're not active on social media anymore, because I know strictly her team is just on it, not really her.
Yeah.
But because of that lack of connecting with your fans and your audience, I think is really holding back her era.
Yeah, she looks phenomenal,
dude,
though.
Every time I see her out now, I'm like, wow, she looks incredible.
She looks like 2016 Miley Cyrus.
But like elevated.
That was still brunette hair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But oh yeah, definitely elevated, like a grown up. But like, I don't know, it's the aura. Like she is just oozing out Miley Stewart, you know?
Yeah. It's a shame because I think this era's, like, the music that she has released is really good.
I wouldn't know.
But I don't know if maybe, I don't want to say she doesn't care, because I think she cares heavily about her music. I just don't think she cares enough to put herself, like, is it out there?
Like in front of it?
Yeah, and like, you know, granted she doesn't have to do a TikTok dance or anything like that, but maybe just be more like, I don't know, interactive.
I don't know either. I really don't know what it is. Like, I don't know what it is that she has to do to get back on top. She's a very talented woman.
She is.
And she's beautiful, and I still love her to death. I can never say a bad thing about Miley Cyrus.
But there's no reason why I feel like Miley Cyrus can't have another Flowers moment, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, she should be riding on the high of that.
Yeah.
And granted, that Endless Summer Vacation album was technically a flop if it wasn't for Flowers.
I loved that album. I listened to multiples of those songs all the time. I loved that album.
That album is a good, solid album.
And it's a very good summer album. I forced my family to, actually, I made the summer playlist, so I put it on there, and they love it.
Jaded off of the album is my favorite.
Yeah, Jade is really good.
Muddy something? Muddy Waters, Muddy Shoes?
Muddy Shoes?
I think so.
Bro.
Dude, I love that.
The Island one is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Rose-colored lenses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So I want this era for her to be super big because she's going cinematic with it.
But you know what she also did with that album was she did the whole backyard sessions.
Yeah.
I really like those.
Mm-hmm.
And like it put her out there because she was singing the entire albums in her backyard.
Mm-hmm.
And like I feel like a lot of people watch those. This newer stuff that's coming out, like yeah, she made like a whole like cinematic thing.
Mm-hmm. A film.
But that's not personable.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like other artists aren't personable.
But I think other artists are maybe more... I see, that's the thing. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is either.
Maybe it's because Miley was always so, like, in your face.
Mm-hmm.
And so now as she's gotten older, she's obviously taken a step back, as she should. I mean, that's
Yeah.
her choice.
Yeah.
But I think...
Put up your boundaries.
Right. And I think if you've been in your face for so long and now you're reeling it back in,
Yeah.
I guess people have just forgotten. And they just don't care enough? Is that what it is?
I don't know. She used to ride on a hot dog at her concerts. And I saw that live. That shit was
used
incredible.
to see her vault
Yeah.
every night on stage.
She used to slide down her tongue on the stage for her shows. Y'all, the Bangers tour is probably one of the highlights of my life.
Right next to Taylor Swift.
Well, duh.
Yeah.
That's a given.
Yeah.
But Miley Cyrus was up there. That was one of the most entertaining concerts I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Incredible. I actually found my Bangers tour ticket the other day when I was cleaning out my room.
You should have it framed.
I threw it away.
Taylor.
I'm trying to declutter.
Yeah, but that's a memory.
But can I talk about something real quick? I'm completely going off topic.
Okay.
So here is my thought process of decluttering.
Mm-hmm.
I am making space for greater things to come into my life.
Period.
I have lived in this apartment for almost a year and a half. It's been a year and a half and I just started putting art on my walls. I just started cleaning out areas. Like I cleaned out my bar over there. I'll have to open that and show you because you remember how much of a disaster it was. First off, look at these shelves that are out here.
It's very organized.
Very organized. And then I'll show you in there.
I can just tell right now the bottom is empty.
It's not empty. There's glasses down there, but it's so organized. You can't even see it.
Right.
I cleaned out my closet. I cleaned out my kitchen cabinets.
Wow.
So I am creating space for good things to come to me. Okay. You all know manifestation queen, Tay Voodoo. This is how I do. So
Take notes.
the same weekend that I did this,
Okay.
2 men popped back in my life.
2? Who's the 2?
So
Am I just now finding out about
yeah,
this
I've
live?
literally been holding on to this because I wanted to be mic'd up when I told you.
We can never be a normal friendship.
No, because I can't tell her things unless there's a microphone in front of me. Because I gotta share to all of our friends.
Yeah.
So after the whole decluttering thing, I'm getting my nails done, right?
Okay.
The one thing I'm continuing to do for myself while I'm limiting other things and working on a budget. Okay.
I get it.
I need one thing to make me happy.
To not make you, end it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm getting my nails done.
Mm-hmm.
And a little bald head pops up.
No.
No. Mr. Clean himself.
No.
Yeah.
We were just talking about him not that long ago.
Mr. Clean. And if you guys are avid listeners, you know about Mr. Clean.
Yeah.
I met him in the wild. So you guys remember how crazy that is.
Oh my God, I can't imagine what the second one is.
I wish we would have come up with a name. He's the guy from Tinder, the 6'3".
Should we call him? Is he the one whose legs were shaking and we got icked?
No, that was the guy from a long time ago.
Oh,
This is the guy with the pretty eyes.
What do we call him? Say Brazy. Too close. I look at it. What do we call him?
I don't know. 6'3".
Okay, we'll call him 6'3".
We'll call him 6'3". So you got Mr. Clean and 6'3" popping back in.
Is this all within the same week? Was this while I was gone?
Wow. 6'3". No, 6'3" was a couple days ago.
Okay.
I just never responded until today.
Ooh, power move.
He said, "Hey," and I just sent a wave emoji.
Okay.
He hasn't responded yet, so we'll see. Hold on, my phone lit up. Oh no, it just says undo typing. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Last time it happened in real time for the people, so yeah. Funny thing about Mr. Clean, we were kind of talking a little bit back and forth, like space in between. Haven't heard from him in like almost a week.
What was this conversation even about?
I don't know if I should put the details out there.
Well, no, but like, just was it like catching up?
So he was saying how he wants to give me something back that I gave to him.
Oh my God.
But here's the thing. He made it seem like he was fishing to see if I was with somebody.
Did you make it like not so obvious?
No, I said it's just little me over here.
Oh, I would have like played it.
But like because like, and I'll show you. Oh no, because my little head will pop up. This one's on Snapchat. But anyway,
okay.
I'll tell you verbatim what he said when we're offline. Sorry, you guys.
Subscribe to our Patreon.
Help us get a Patreon, and then we'll put that shit on there, and you can pay for it.
Correct.
But I'm gonna tell you this in confidence.
Okay.
Yeah. So like he played like the way that he was like saying things made it seem like, well, if you're with somebody, I didn't want to make it weird.
Wow.
Period.
So the question the audience might be asking is, are you interested?
Well, I was, and then he is ghosted for like 5 to 7 business days.
But were you actually interested?
Hell yeah!
Wow, was this purely for sexual reasons or like for relationship
I
reasons?
don't know. I met the dude once.
Why did we not like him?
Because of the lack of communication.
He was weird.
But like, well, here's the thing. And I was talking to my grandpa about this.
Perfect.
My grandma goes... Because I told my grandparents when he messaged me again, because I just love to talk, especially about myself.
Hence the show.
Hence the podcast.
Yeah.
And so I told them, I'm like, guess who popped back up? And I was like telling them. And then my grandma, was this yesterday? Was I there yesterday? It was either yesterday or the day before. My grandma goes, so how's bald guy?
Good job, Grandma Jean.
She goes, that's what I'm going to call him because I don't remember his fucking name.
Period.
Period, Grandma. I was like, well, I haven't heard from him for like 5 to 7 business days, so I don't know what to tell you.
Did you check his other social?
You're the only one that has snooped on that one. But this is the thing.
Don't judge.
But this is the thing. This is what I was telling my grandparents the other day. Like, I met this guy once. There's no obligation for anything. Message me when you want.
Correct.
If we get into a relationship and your communication is like this, fuck off. Because that's different. You are developing something. You are in a relationship. Don't ignore me for days on end. But for somebody who you met once, it doesn't really bother me.
So I'm curious, did he like explain why all of a sudden?
No.
So that kind of gives me like a little warning flag, because it's like you let all of this time go by and now all of a sudden now you're interested
for
in
both
connecting.
of them.
Well, the other one was more, it felt like more sexual thing.
That was the one that said come through, and then I stopped saying shit because I am not that type of girl anymore.
Yeah. Wow.
Back to back. You see what happens when you leave me and go out of the country?
Things just go awry.
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 English is not her first language.
It's not, actually. It was close. Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, so now we're just waiting.
For both, actually.
For both. But like, I'm not sitting here twiddling my thumbs, like waiting.
Right.
You know? I'm like, once their name pops up, it'll be a fun situation.
Interesting how this will play out.
I just thought it was so funny that it happened back to back.
You were just getting your nails done.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Whoa.
And he texted you, right?
Who?
Mr. Clean?
No, it was a Snapchat.
See?
Like Messenger. But this is the thing. And this is where I'm confused. Because we never really talked on there. I think that was his way of figuring out, because like he didn't want to just flat out text me if I was with somebody.
Why not? What's the difference?
I don't know.
Snapchat just seems very juvenile, especially for your age.
Right, but I also think this is why there's such a span of time that since like the last message that I sent, because he's not on it a lot.
Which makes it even more weird.
Well, I even said in my last message, because he hasn't opened it.
Okay.
So it's not like he's blatantly ignoring me. Like,
Right.
It's not like he read it and then just said, fuck you. Like, he hasn't even opened it.
Right.
So that makes me feel a little bit better. But
Unless he does the thing where you swipe just to see.
oh, I did.
Exactly.
That's the only way to work Snapchat.
Exactly.
I'm just going to peek over here for a minute
Yeah.
and I'll swipe later.
Yeah.
But, what?
I just think
I lost my train of thought.
it'd be one thing if you posted a story.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's what they're called, stories.
Mhm.
I haven't been on Snapchat in years.
Yeah.
But like you post a story and then he's like, oh, I'm going to message her. But for him to just raw dog you on Snapchat is wild, I think.
Again, we don't know how the male brain works.
That's very true.
Because in girl math, we know it's weird.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think boy algebra, they think it's weird. I don't know.
Interesting.
I feel like that was his.
Comment below if you're a boy.
If you're hot. girlsontherockspot@gmail.com. I don't know. I don't think there's any like harm by it.
No, not harm. I just think it's so unusual if he has your phone number, but he chose to remember.
I remember what I was going to say.
Okay.
Because this goes with what you were just saying.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt
That's
you,
okay.
but I don't want to forget again.
I get it.
My last message said, you know you can text me, right? So that's what we're waiting for. So like when he opens it,
Mm-hmm.
that maybe he was wanting to get my permission. I don't know.
Strange.
Yeah, men are strange. We'll never understand. We've said this in multiple episodes.
They go to Jupiter.
To get more stupider.
Girls go to college.
To get more knowledge.
Figure that out.
We got that shit correct. But yeah,
Wow.
so I know I just jumped into that. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I kind of ruined the segment there.
That's all right.
But I just needed to inform you because I didn't want to go through this whole episode and not remember.
Wow, what a life update.
Yeah, I really have those.
Yeah. That's true.
But like what I was getting to is the connection of like manifesting and like making space.
Wicked.
And then these two men come out of nowhere.
Wow.
And I wasn't making space for men.
The 6'3" guy is a better like look than the Mr. Clean.
You don't even know what Mr. Clean looks like. Oh yeah, you did. You did see it.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good picture.
But I'm saying like none of them are ugly. But I'm saying
No.
like in terms of like
What I'm
you
looking
know?
for?
Yeah.
I want to feel like
Yeah.
I just want to feel like a I don't want to say little girl.
I want to feel the way Taylor Swift feels when she's with Travis Kelce.
Yes. I just want to feel dainty and feminine.
Yeah.
And like I said in, was it the last episode, the episode before, I don't want to stand there looking into your eyes. I want to look up. And I can only do that with 6'3"
And above.
I'll date both and see what happens.
Ooh, roster. She's building a summer roster, guys.
Hot girl summer.
Wow. So
I'm
happy for
losing
you.
weight. I'm ready.
She's a loose cannon.
Something
Wow.
else is not loose. Taylor, you catch my drift.
All right, moving along.
Moving on up to the east side. All right. Wow, look at us. 25.
We could do one more segment before we go into the other one. Or not, one more topic before we go into the next segment.
Period. Other flop.
Katy Perry.
You didn't let me build up to it.
Sorry. I'll cut it. You can do it.
So, another flop. Most fit. Nope. You can just keep what you said. I was going to lead up to it, and then I failed. So,
Oh.
Katy Perry.
Well, another person that is definitely in her flop era.
Flop. Miss Katy Perry.
Mm-hmm.
So, here's the thing.
There's a lot going on with her.
The whole space thing.
We know that was wrong and all that. We don't have to like beat a dead horse.
Oh, I was going to say I'm disgusted by it.
Well, yeah, it's like the whole thing was stupid for many reasons.
Even if they actually went into space.
Correct, which is a conspiracy in itself.
But this is my favorite part about it. I know we weren't going to talk about the whole space thing because it's whatever, but I need to talk about my all-time favorite thing about it.
Sure.
Did we talk about this?
No.
Did this happen when we recorded last time?
This happened, I think, either when I was gone or...
Okay. You guys remember I was not on this planet last episode, so...
She was up there with Katy Perry.
So bear with me if I've already said this.
Yeah.
But my favorite moment of this whole space mission was when Jeff Bezos went to go open the door. And they are sealed from the outside. They should not be able to open the door from the inside. Did you see this video?
Yeah.
The door, they were opening the door from the inside, and Jeff Bezos goes, no. Like, you can see him like, no, don't open it. And it shuts really quickly, and then he gets this like Dewey gadget thing to like pry it open. And like, anybody want to talk about this?
It's just a number of things that's so stupid with this.
Because that tells you right there the shit wasn't real. If it wasn't locked from the outside and you're up in the space. Right? Am I wrong?
I don't know.
I don't know why I'm so passionate about this whole fucking door thing. Because when I saw that video, I said, bitch, clock it. It's not real.
I bet you it was also his wife that opened it too.
Right. She was like, I'm gonna fucking show yo goofy ass.
She said, I know where the door is.
Bro. Anyone?
I just think the biggest person that pissed me off during this whole thing was Gayle King. Because she was just saying, and again, we're not going to go into detail about this, but
we're going to keep saying that for the next 15 minutes.
But she just, I've never seen somebody so out of tune with the situation, especially for somebody that's like in news and in media.
Yeah.
Dude, you have no idea what you're talking about. People are not pissed off that women went to space.
Went to.
It's the fact that it was a bunch of rich ass women, just rich ass people that went up to space to spend billions of dollars when your own country is suffering from not even being able to afford eggs.
For Katy Perry to float around with a dandelion.
She didn't even look out the window. Sis,
you're in space, look outside.
Which proves that there was a green screen.
Sis, she said, la, 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 la. Oh my God, I'm in space. Like, first of all, jump out the window. They're not in space. She's not going to get hurt.
That's true.
She just would have landed on a pad.
Like the Avengers.
It's like, why are you looking at a camera when space is outside?
I just feel like if you really were going to do something with the billions of dollars you spent on it, maybe have actual rocket scientists to go up there, future astronauts, women who are studying.
Actual astronauts.
People who are studying, like, do we forget that girl, Bridget Medler, is that her last name?
Yeah.
She owns a space thing.
Yeah, she's like real smart in like rocket science or something.
She went to like Harvard or some shit. Like,
put her in space.
Like, she should have been in space
because that makes sense.
But like,
not just because Katy Perry sang E.T. with Kanye.
And then like,
first of all, that's an issue.
Correct. But it's just the way Gayle King was just upset at everybody.
Was it Kanye?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I had a brain. I thought it was what's that other guy? Juicy J. What song was that?
That's Dark Horse.
Period. Okay.
But it's just Gayle King going around blaming everybody for being upset. Rightfully so, we're upset.
Yeah.
For thinking it had to do with them being women. You are proving nothing. I think Gayle King needs to realize that all they proved was that it's rich people that can go to space.
Yeah.
Nothing else. It had nothing to do with women. It had nothing to do with educating people and whatever the fuck. You didn't really go into space. All you did was spend $1 billion of our dollars. Well, Jeff Bezos billions of dollars on nothing.
Yeah.
It's no different than OceanGate. Except nobody died.
Oh shit. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was kind of waiting for something like that to happen. Not that I wanted it to, people. Don't fucking come at me. But like, I was afraid. Like, we just had that Titanic thing not that long ago. Correct. And now we're just going the other direction with rich people. And
correct.
So did you also hear that they are, I know how we weren't going to talk about this, but here we are. They're doing another group of famous people to send into space.
I saw that.
What are they planning? Like, what are they planning? Are they planning like a secret society up in like a different planet when everything goes to shit down here? I mean, it already is, but
that actually reminds me. I think Gayle King came out and said, "Oh, like
allegedly."
No, she said this.
Are you sure?
No, yeah, I saw a video of her saying these words, but I don't know the exact words she said. She said something along the lines of, "Oh, it would be interesting for us to go up in space and find another planet to inhabit because this planet's like you're fucking it up or whatever."
Why are we sending all these famous people up to space?
But also, that's such a wrong message to send about climate change and the just global warming in general. Like, let's work on protecting our planet and not just saying like,
let's move somewhere else
and fuck that up. Like
here's the thing, you guys. Humans suck. Wherever we go next, we're gonna ruin it. So let's just stay here and try to fix this one.
Correct.
And let's get somebody else in office.
Girl, don't get me started. But going back to Katy Perry.
Oh yeah, we were talking about her flop.
So she is currently
not her flap.
Never her flap. She kickstarted her Lifetimes tour in Mexico City.
Whoa.
And the biggest thing that I've noticed about, listen, Katy Perry has some hits.
Oh,
I will
never deny that. I used to bump to her like this.
That album, what's that album? Is it Peacock? The one where she's on Cotton Candy and like, or Teenage Dream. I think that's the album.
Yes.
That album, fire.
Okay. Banger after banger after banger.
Correct. However, I was watching her performances and it looked as if she watched Beyonce's tour.
Mm-hmm. You see that?
I did see that.
It's on my pinky.
Wow.
Sorry, it was a fuzzy every time.
Her tour seems like she looked at Beyonce's tour, Renaissance.
Mm-hmm.
Then she looked at Pink's tour.
Mm-hmm.
Then she looked at Taylor Swift Eras tour.
Yeah.
And then she looked at Chris Brown. And then she also looked at Sabrina's.
The harness.
And she looked at all of those and said, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. And that's not me hating or trying to compare, but it's literally exactly like a little bit of all of those tours.
Yep.
And I get that now the standards have been set from these artists about tours. Yeah.
Especially Eras tour. Come on, guys.
Girl, you gotta have something that's original. There's not anything that's original, from the surprise song with the acoustic set, Taylor Swift.
Your harness.
From the wheel that she does or something where
randomizes the song.
That's Sabrina Carpenter and Chris Brown. Mm-hmm. From the flipping thing, that's Pink
and Chris Brown.
And the flying butterfly shit.
Oh, that was Olivia Rodrigo.
And it's like, there's nothing that seems very Katy Perry. It all just seems like something else.
It was just a bunch of copy paste shit.
And also, why does everything look slow motion? There's no
pep. Why was she fighting an HVAC? Anybody see that video? You sent me that. What was she fighting?
In slow motion.
Somebody said Katy Perry be doing so much to do so little.
Yeah, that's honestly the perfect way to describe the tour. So much, but yet nothing.
Nothing's happening except everything.
Everything looks cheap, tired. Mm-hmm. The wigs look god awful.
And before you come at us and say we're not girls, we are. We just ain't Katy Perry girls.
But you know what's disappointing is she is Katy Perry.
Yeah,
like she is a household name.
She is the Katy Perry.
Like. I just expected something that wasn't so mediocre and cheap and a ripoff of other people. Mm-hmm. Like, you can be cutesy and fun. For example, Bangers. Bangers was really live.
Bring it back.
And none of it seemed authentic. Mm-hmm. But Katy Perry's everything seems authentic. She's not catching her marks. Her dancers are pulling her, trying to remind her where to stand.
Katy.
Like, she just looks not interested.
And reminder, we are girls, but they're Katy Perry.
And also, you don't have to do a lot. Another example is SZA. She's on tour with Kendrick.
Yeah.
They're not doing a lot, but she's just there and she's good vocally and she's dancing. She's giving energy.
Do you think like Katy Perry feels like she needs all these theatrics?
Yeah.
That makes me kind of sad for her.
I think because remember, Katy Perry's a pick-me. So I think she is just... She thinks she's being like clever and like quirky.
The entire Call Her Daddy episode made me cringe.
I think,
and not because of Alex. No. It was because of Katy.
I think Katy just needs to realize that you've passed that age where being quirky is cute and it's just weird now.
And here's the thing: Taylor Swift is quirky because that's her actual personality. You're like Katy Perry's trying to push the quirk.
Yeah, and Taylor's was elevated, but yet like not cartoonish. It was all very elegant, like the
not her too. I'm talking about her personality,
right? But like even so, like she's quirky, but she's still like
she doesn't try to be quirky. That's the problem,
right? Not like 16 years old quirky. Like
right.
She's 35.
Correct.
Yeah.
She's just a goofball.
Correct.
That's the difference. She's not quirky. She's a goofball.
The same thing with Sabrina Carpenter. She's cute. She has great theater. She had a great stage presence. Like, there's no story. There's no rhyme or reason for anything that she's doing.
I mean, she's fighting an HVAC
in slow motion. How is that possible? And people said all of that time spent in space, and this is what you're giving us?
All her 11 minutes in space.
Correct.
That makes sense. That tracks.
She should have been rehearsing.
Oh God. All right, let's stop shitting on Katy Perry.
But there's people there. Shit. I just hope
cut that out of a book of flew out.
I hope that Katy. I think she just needs to stop with all the costumes and the.
Just sing, sis.
She looks like Yo Gabba Gabba threw up all over the stage
with an HVAC
with like jewels, like fake jewels.
Sis, just sing. Adele just sings. Incredible performer.
Correct.
But maybe she doesn't have Adele vocal range.
But Katy Perry has like that voice that is recognizable. Like Selena Gomez, she can't fucking really sing that well, but people still like, I want to hear you sing.
And she's even said that, so we're not just saying that to say that. She said, I know I'm not the best singer, and Kelly Clarkson said, but you like sing to people's soul.
Right.
Yeah. Like people can relate to her.
Like I've never seen somebody sing Roar but yet have the most minimal energy possible. And she's flying. I'm not even gonna say flying. She was gliding across while singing Roar. Like it's so monotone.
Put her flying across the screen.
I'll try.
Katie. All right, let's stop shitting on her. I don't want to be yelled at by people in the comments.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't read them anyway.
But, I mean, based off of her last post, people are going in on her.
Oh yeah, we all might be on the same page when it comes to her, to be honest. I read some of the comments. Somebody tried to diss Taylor Swift, so I deleted it. If you're wondering what your comment was, ma'am, I deleted it. It was an older lady too. Bitch, go make a casserole. Baked. Fuck.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? All right, let's go into our first segment that I'm not prepared for. So give me a hot minute. All right. Hey, everyone. All right. Now, what?
Damn.
We didn't do this for a week. I'm getting my footing, okay?
Yep.
All right. Now it's time for...
Wait.
What is
Fun fact happy hour.
Fun fact happy. I'm like, weekly happy hour.
Me too.
What is it? Fun fact. Okay. All right. Now it's time for Fun Fact Happy Hour. Wow, we got there,
dude.
All right. I want to play a game. Guess where this article's come from?
Poobity.
Period. You win
nothing.
The pride of a job well done.
Oh.
Anyway, so study says, you guys know I love my science.
You do.
Study says people don't become adults until they hit their 30s.
I'm a child.
Scientists say people don't fully become adults until their 30s as brain development continues well past the age of 18. While UK law defines adulthood at 18, researchers argue that the transition from childhood to adulthood is gradual and varies by person. And sex, but
I agree.
that was inserted from Girls on the Rocks, not puberty, before we get sued.
Correct.
Allegedly, we said it. Professor Pete Jones from Cambridge University believes systems like education and law simplify this shift for convenience. I don't give a shit about that last paragraph. But we're still little spring chickies. Told you, bitches.
Told you.
But I'm creeping up on 30, and I still don't feel like I'm gonna be a grown up.
A 30 in this day and age is basically 16.
I would say at least 20. Like I feel
21,
like I feel like all of the like generations shifted. So it's like what used to be 30 was like what? Wait, what? No. What?
I'm watching her think.
What 30 used to be. What? What am I trying to say? Because 30s now is like being in your 20s. 30s before used to be like people in their 40s.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. I got there, bitches.
She did.
But it's like, and I don't know if it's because of COVID or what the fuck. Because like even people in their 40s, I feel like they're like the 30s group now. Mm-hmm. See? You see what I'm doing? You see what I'm doing? Mm-hmm. So it's like, I don't know if we went through a wormhole or just like the whole like time clock turned back by 10 years or something.
Also, I mean, I feel like back in the day, like occupations changed, environments changed.
Yeah.
People have become more educated in terms of what to consume, what not to consume.
Right.
I think people aren't smoking as much. They're not drinking as much.
What?
They're not.
Sorry. That last one made me giggle.
People are not working like hard labor anymore. So that's not really setting you back a lot of years. People are also not. I think we've talked about this before. This generation isn't so quick to become mothers or fathers or have family. I think that age is getting higher and higher. I think all of that plays into factors what's keeping us younger.
I think so too. Because it's like, but believe me, I got grown up bills.
That never changed.
Waiting on my grown up money. But
literally.
Trying. But so like that's not what we're saying. Because of course, like we are adults. Like we live by ourselves. We can take care of ourselves the best that we can. But we're trying to make that even better. Share. One day Cher's gonna walk across the screen and you guys are gonna rue the day.
Not rude today.
Rue the day. Like a rutabaga.
I was just thinking that.
We're like this. Dad, look at our shirts. This was not planned.
This wasn't planned, actually.
Oh my God. What was it? What were we talking about? 30s. Yes.
There you go.
Next year I will be 30 and
in Greece.
I will, yes, elevated. So please share so I can afford this trip.
Otherwise, we just go swim there.
No, we getting on that boat one way or the other. I got to stow away or something. I got a room.
Literally.
Bitch, where's the payment? Find it. Because I can't.
It's with the Titanic.
Oh, okay. Are we wrapping this up? Okay, so I'm going to go into the Titanic.
Yes.
So people in their 30s, that's when you become adults. Kind of. I really don't feel like I will, but
yeah.
What's going to shift? I'm going to wake up at 30 and be like, oh, well, I already do that. My back already hurts. But like,
maybe when you like get 30, you'll start saying things like, back in my day.
Oh, I already started saying it. I said it to my sister.
Maybe
she's 14.
Maybe you get like a soy allergy.
I mean, like, it doesn't sit well with me.
Damn, what the fuck?
I have a very sensitive tummy. Hot girls have tummy issues. Everybody knows that.
True.
But anyway, the Titanic. This was not on our docket today. There's your fun fact happy hour. You're welcome. So have you seen the new scans of the Titanic?
I have.
Bitch, I have been telling everybody who will possibly listen to me. I sent my whole group chat for the family these new scans. I said, watch this video. I screen recorded.
Yes.
This TikTok video because nobody in my family wants to have TikTok.
Losers.
I don't have TikTok. Well, maybe you should get TikTok so you know what I'm talking about half the time.
So you can support us.
Period. But so I screen recorded this TikTok so they could watch it, and it was just talking about the new National Geographic documentary about it.
Yes.
And it shows the new scans. It is incredible. This is the first like time that we have such clear scans of the entire ship.
Yeah.
I don't know why I have such passion when it comes to the Titanic. There's a saying, not a saying, but there's this like speculation going around that if you're this obsessed with the Titanic, it's probably because in your past life you were actually on the boat. I just like to think like that.
It's not like it happened like...
Well, they died, and then I was reincarnated.
I don't even know how to
You're
comment
gonna sit here and tell me that I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have an obsession with Titanic. And so seeing these scans, I may have cried a little.
It's very. I have this weird fascination with it as well.
You were probably on it with me. We were friends in every life that we've had.
We were getting drunk in the aft.
Were we in the...
I don't like the fact that you said that, and then we're gonna go on a boat next year.
Oh my God. No, we are not repeating history.
I don't like that, actually.
We're not going where there's going to be icebergs.
I know, but damn, I don't like that.
It's hot where we're going. What are we going to hit? Oh my God. I'm not. Like, what are we going to hit?
A rock?
Be careful.
That's what they told the Titanic.
Okay, but for those who haven't seen the documentary, which I have not yet, but so I have to.
Mm-hmm.
But did you guys know this? So there was 4 compartments under the Titanic that if they like ran into something or like the boat started flooding with water, these 4 chambers could fill up and like the boat would be fine, like it would not sink.
Right.
How the iceberg was hit by the boat because they tried to turn. Mm-hmm. If they would have hit the iceberg straight on, would have been completely fine. Yeah. They would not have sunk. Allegedly, we don't know. Universe, whatever. But allegedly, or what they thought, if they would have hit the iceberg head on, it would have been fine. Mm-hmm. These 4 compartments, if anything happened, would fill up, wouldn't have sank. There were like holes the size of a piece of paper, that thin, that allowed water to empty into compartments that weren't designed to hold water. And that's why they sunk.
I mean, yeah, because they scraped the side.
Thin as paper. So, like, my thing is, everything had to have been perfectly aligned for the boat to sink, and it did. Yeah. That's insane to me. Sorry, I could talk about this all day.
It's fascinating how certain things just happen.
Why am I so passionate about this damn boat?
Because of Titanic, the movie.
Don't even get me started on that movie. My mom hates the movie, and I get heated every time we have a conversation about it.
I love that movie. I also love James Cameron. I love how obsessed he is with the Titanic.
As he should. Mm-hmm. I mean, so am I, but I'm not going down there. We saw what happened before.
Yeah, well, I mean, he sends like drones down.
Well, I'm not talking about James. I'm talking about the billionaires and all.
Sound effect is insane.
Okay, sorry. This wasn't even on the list, but we said something that made me think about it. Mm-hmm. But you guys watch the documentary and let me know how it is. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to find it. Where do I watch National Geographic shit?
It's its own channel.
I'm not going to buy that. I just paused my Netflix.
I think it's on Discovery, like the app.
Finances are tight around here.
Share,
my guy. All right, so should we actually get to our planned criteria? Sorry, I could talk about that all day, every day. Okay.
Love that.
Last flop era conversation. Chipotle, what are you doing?
I feel like Chipotle has been in its flop era for the last 5 years.
Really?
Like it's just been slowly declining year after year.
Yeah, because they're gypping us.
I think they're changing the quality of like how they cook things.
Yep. I can't eat Chipotle without having the worst stomach pains of my life. Mm-hmm. Like, and I said I have tummy problems. Remember? Hot girls have tummy problems. I don't know if you want to like.
There'll be a t-shirt. That should be a t-shirt.
It's okay. Clocked it. But when I eat Chipotle, it's on like another level of tummy problems. Mm-hmm. Like I had it when I was working at my old job and I was bent over in pain for like 2 hours.
There's something weird about it.
There is something weird about it. It shouldn't hurt me like that.
And I just saw a TikTok where allegedly they're releasing new size bowls to replace the ones that they have, but they're smaller.
They're smaller, bro. You think they're gonna like lower the price? Hell no. Nah.
I think Chipotle, I agree. Chipotle peaked in 2013. Mm-hmm. And it's such a shame. And it's
a specific year.
Yeah. I don't know. It was the thing that came to me. But I had this conversation with one of my friends, and I think Chipotle's biggest downfall outside of like the prices and the shrinkflation, it's their lack of innovation. They're not doing anything different in terms of.
They just get like honey
Chipotle chicken or something.
But it's like nobody wants to pay an additional $10 on top of their bowl for a different protein. And all you have to do is pick from 5 things. Do you want corn, sauce, beans, sour cream, cheese, and like veggies?
Yeah.
That's it. And I think they would really benefit from like getting a new topping. Oh, here's a jalapeno topping. Here's a mango salsa topping.
You guys should have fresh jalapenos.
That have like different sort of toppings where people can add to it. And I think people would be more inclined to spend money, because the reason why I don't think price is the issue is because things like kava is out here. Kava's like $30 a bowl. Sweet green is like $30 a bowl. And it's roti. It's because they have more than 5 options.
I love roti.
People want the options, even if they're not gonna. Right. I think people would be okay if you had 3 proteins and 15 toppings.
Yeah.
Because people don't really care too much about the protein.
I think you should hop on that jalapeno train. And you could have the pickled and the fresh. Ooh, girl.
Have an ability to add onions. Have an ability to add like.
Well, you can get the onions with the peppers.
But what if people can't have that? So now you're limiting your demographic.
Period.
Have like, I don't know, why can't you have an option where you can make nachos? You have the ingredients.
You can't?
You can't like tell them, oh, I want nachos and add like the tortilla.
Oh, you gotta like finesse it.
Kind of like how the quesadillas came out. It wasn't until like, I think it's been like a thing for like 2-3 years, and then they added it to the menu. But it's only online only.
Oh yeah, because people were making them.
Correct.
Wasn't that what's his name? Keith. Wasn't that Keith Lee? Didn't he?
Maybe.
I think that's where he like started, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like he started with making that quesadilla. And correct me if I'm wrong, or don't, because I don't care.
But it's like you're doing the same thing year after year. Nobody wants to pay $15 for steak
or stomach pains.
Or stomach. Give me fucking toppings. Put breakfast on there.
And use better oil or something. I think that's my problem.
Yeah.
Because they use shitty oil.
And maybe do sliced avocados. Like,
ooh,
you know what's...
I'm hungry again.
You know what's crazy is that...
I want Taco Bell.
Things... I was just going to mention Taco Bell. Taco Bell is good because they just reorganize their ingredients. They just do the same thing but in different ways.
Yes, and I'm excited about all of it.
Chipotle, you have the opportunity to do that as well.
Chipotle.
You have avocados, which you use to make guacamole. Maybe just give sliced avocados.
Do they make the guac or does it come guacked?
They make the guac.
Oh, well, at least I got that going for them.
Well, all of their things they make in the morning.
Fresh ingredients.
Yeah, they make it in the morning.
Period.
So they have a morning crew that comes in, makes it, and then they do that.
What do you do to make my stomach feel like it wants to come out of me?
I think it might be like how they make the things.
I think it's the oil.
Yeah.
I'm very sensitive to like shitty oils.
Yeah.
Like if it's not avocado oil or olive oil, like my stomach will like collapse in on itself.
Yeah, so maybe they use like sunflower oil or something.
Terrible
like that.
For you.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
But yeah, I think Chipotle needs to like get a check because Qdoba's out here doing good.
Oh, and you want to know what's better than Chipotle? Moe's Cantina.
I'm upset that we don't have them in Illinois.
I know. I only ever had it when I lived in Florida.
I used to have one in Lincolnwood. If you know, you know. Now it's in Michoacana. But
their queso's better than Chipotle.
Oh my god, so better. Their food in general. And they have options.
Yeah.
You can have this, that, and the third, whatever.
Yeah. My stomach never did a flip when I ate Moe's. Fuck you, Chipotle.
Chipotle, fix yourself. Like, you have the potential. You've been around for so long.
Yeah. And I'm saying this out loud because we're never going to let you be a sponsor.
Well, don't say never.
All the bullshit we're saying?
It's constructive criticism. If you want us to help you rebrand, call us.
I just said fuck Chipotle.
Call us if you want to rebrand. Otherwise, it's fuck you.
You don't swear a lot in this podcast, so I love when you do.
Aw, thanks.
See, I'm trying to cool it down.
It's because I'm thinking about the clips. Because, you know, like YouTube Shorts doesn't like it when you...
Well, that's why I'm trying to cool it down as well.
One of us has to do it.
Probably both of us. Because I'm in a lot of those clips. This is our show.
This is true.
So that's all your flops.
Yeah.
Speaking of a flip-flop, floops, Jax Taylor.
Wow, I didn't know where she was going with that.
Me neither. Jax Taylor let his flop out.
Okay, that's where I was going with that.
Yeah.
TMZ put it on their like stuff. He apparently was trying to like adjust himself, and it just flip flop.
How does that even work?
I don't know, because you gotta really like.
Yeah. Unless
I guess I
it's
didn't
not-
have to give a visual.
Unless it's not that, like,
It just kind of. Ow! Yuck! I don't know. It was a big blur, big blurb. Because I couldn't find the picture without the blurriness.
she tried, people. The NSFW, not safe for work.
Not safe for work. I just. What is going on, Jax?
Is Jax Taylor like in his 40s?
Yeah, probably almost 50.
Yikes.
It's kind of gross.
It is.
He's going through it. He is. I'm watching the new season of The Valley. Highly recommend. It's not my weekly vibe, but highly recommend.
But to be almost 50 acting the way that he's acting is wild.
It is wild. It's really gross.
Mm-hmm.
I'd still sleep with him. But that's like, I don't want to be in a relationship with the guy.
You say that, but when you're laying in his arms after the... there you go. And
No, because he treats women terribly.
But it's going to manipulate you into thinking that...
100% he would. No, I've grown.
One would hope.
I guess we'll find out. Because here's the thing. We all think we're grown, and then a man looks at you and bats their eyes, and you crumble like a little fish. Why is a fish crumbling?
Was it a goldfish?
What was it?
Goldfish
crumble?
Cracker.
Oh, like the food. Not the animal.
Correct.
On a serious note, do it for your son. I mean, yes, do it for yourself. But like, oh. So in the latest episode, there's like this whole like debacle between Brittany and Jax while Jax is packing up to go to this like rehab, mental therapy, whatever.
Sure.
And he's like going at her, she's going at him, and she goes, do this for your son because I don't want him growing up to be a man like you.
Ooh.
And that's when Jax was like, I'm done with this conversation. I am done filming. But it's like, it kind of hit home, didn't it, sir?
Well, yeah, it's because it made him feel guilty. So as someone like Jax who doesn't interpret that well, he just goes straight into defensive mode.
Yep. And it's getting to the point where it's like, why is Bravo allowing this man on screen? Yes, he's good TV, but like the toxicity is just out of this world. And it's like, because it's gotten to the point where he's throwing furniture. They're not showing that part, but like what really was the final straw for Brittany was they got into it because so they were separated and their agreement was they could sleep with other people while they were separated. And she slept with one of his friends.
Brittany.
Yeah, that's where it's like, but Katie Maloney did the same thing. And I said that was justified.
Yeah, but like...
I know, but regardless, he deserved it. But regardless, he found pictures that she sent to this friend.
Girl.
Because allegedly, it's not even alleged. They say it on the TV show. So she did. She went over to, because she got an Airbnb. That's when they're separated. He wouldn't leave the house, piece of shit. So she got an Airbnb and she went over to the house to talk to him. She's like, I want to work on our marriage. Because it's like, you want to.
Right. You spent so much time with this person.
That was the day that he saw on her iPad. The
Not the iCloud girl.
The photos that she sent to this man. And he fucking lost it. He threw a chair. He said, I threw a cup. But like he started getting like not violent at her,
but aggressive,
but around her. And it's like the next step is to actually be violent with her. So it's like,
and even before that, your kid's watching that.
Yeah,
your kid will learn to realize. That's what I've said. I think in maybe the last episode, one of the episodes, where your first sense of relationships and love is through your parents.
Yeah.
How your parents treat each other and act around each other is what you interpret your future relationships.
Yep.
So like his son is watching him be aggressive and
terrible
and
towards his mom.
Just terrible towards Brittany, regardless of how they like think of each other, that's what your kid is seeing. Like, oh, that's what a dad does to a mom.
Yeah,
that's how a dad talks to a mom.
It's so gross. And when you have Kristen Doty telling you that you are having a problem,
growth.
But what bothers me about Jax is that he will lie to your face where it's so freaking convincing.
I get it.
Cut that first part out. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because Kristen, where was I going with this?
A few moments later.
Oh, fuck. That shit. Ah! But yeah, Jax, grow up. I don't do it for your son. Do it for your son. Oh, and this wasn't what I was going to say, but Brittany was coming out like in interviews before the new season aired, and she said it was very convenient that he decided to go to this like mental place once they started filming again. So it's like, this isn't real.
I just think it's crazy how the audience is always so shocked and appalled when they see and hear Jax Taylor do something.
Yeah.
This is just...
I remember! Why do I keep remembering when you're talking? I'm sorry. Continue your thought.
I'm afraid you might attack me next time.
No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, go ahead. Take the floor.
So Jax is a really big liar. And why I was thinking this was because we were saying like how the kids see how the parents treat each other.
Yes.
And Kristen was saying, Jax, like you were calling Brittany fat and just like calling her names. And he was like, no, I didn't. I would never say that. She goes, I was standing right here when you said it. Like Kristen's saying, I heard you say these things. And he's looking her in the eye saying, I never said those things. Chris, it's like, how can you just lie like that? And you're saying these things about the mother of your child in front of your child? Mm-hmm. And it's just it's disgusting. And I don't understand. If you're going to act like that, don't be in a relationship.
I think Jax has more issues than we probably can even fathom.
Oh, 100%.
And it's a person like that I just think needs to not be in other people's lives.
Yeah.
You need to do your own thing and be the 40-year-old weird,
almost 50.
I'm dating 19-year-old models type. Like there's no reason for you to like
maybe get off TV.
But that's what like feeds his ego.
Right. So he needs to get off TV. Like, yeah. I feel like that's a big part of the problem.
Yeah.
Like, get off TV.
He's got to pay his bills. What else is he going to do?
Bartend again. That's where he started.
That's true. And he might get good tips.
But also, too, you were and are still currently a reality star. You got money and you got your Jax studio. You got your bar that you always wanted. So it's like he has income.
Well, it depends on how much he's spending it.
That's true.
Because he gives off that I'm going through millions.
I'm just saying, I just don't think he will get better or change while he's got a camera in his face. Because he's playing up the character at the same time, and I feel like it's blending into who he is.
People need to stop giving a shit so much about Vanderpump Rules. And
hey.
The reason why, but I'm saying like in terms of like the beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
Like I just saw that Katie Maloney and Tom Schwartz were on a podcast together. She has a podcast together.
His new podcast. They're not on it together. She was his first guest.
And my thing to that is I know a lot of people give shit about regular people doing podcasts. I don't think that's annoying as annoying it is when celebrities do podcasts. Yeah. How many more of these celebrities are going to do a podcast? Like okay, we get it, Katie Maloney. You and Tom dated and all of this happened on Vanderpump.
They were married.
And yes, the Scandal thing. We get it. It's been 5 years. Let's move on. Like it's honestly getting so annoying. And every time I see them, it's talking about the same thing, about the same drama. And it's like...
Because that's all they have to talk about.
Those are the people you should be commenting, get rid of podcasts. Because it's like...
Not little old us. No one has said that to us. I mean, not that I've seen. I don't read the comments.
She hasn't seen.
Wait, have they said that? Have they said that about us?
I'm not going to get into it.
Why are you guys so mean?
But it's like...
Did they really... I need you to be honest with me right now.
People have said comments about, podcasts. Everybody's doing a podcast now.
But we're not everybody. We are random girls from Chicago.
Yeah.
People have said this to us.
Yeah. Not a lot. It's like maybe 3 people I can think of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you should get out of your mom's basement and do something with your life. Like the rest of us. We have our own places.
She's upset now.
Yeah, because why do you feel the need to comment that?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, if it's a regular person doing a podcast,
Don't do it to celebrities either. Like, I feel like we all just need to put the freaking keyboard down.
I know. But what I'm saying is, I don't like that celebrities are doing podcasts for a completely different reason. I think podcasts is for the regular folks.
You know, Chloe has one.
Yeah. Who doesn't have it?
That's true.
But what I'm saying is, like, podcast is a platform for us regular people to do something and be something.
Yeah.
When you're a celebrity, it's such an unfair game. You have the money, you have the finances, you have the ability to have a nice studio, have the nice equipment. And so people are going to naturally flock to you because they already know you and you have a following.
Yeah, you already have a following.
So you're already ahead of the game. Whereas people like us who don't have a studio, don't have the finances,
We in my living room.
we're starting from scratch, and it's like you're taking something that is for the regular person and you're trying to profit off of something that you already have money.
Leave podcasting to the normies.
It's no different than like when celebrities like fly and flock to a app. Like Instagram used to be just a regular schmegular person thing, and then when celebrities started getting into it, then it started to be like a business thing, and now you got influencers and all of that. So I just think that's the reason why I don't think celebrities should have podcasts. It's not for you.
No, I get that. I mean, everybody should do what they want, but I think a lot of it isn't for the joy of it and the fun.
Right.
Because we started this just so we could like talk our shit.
Because we think we're funny.
And that's all that matters.
Correct.
That we think we're funny. And sorry, I'm still heated.
Human.
Because I just don't understand why people have to shit on somebody doing, as we're shitting on celebrities, but it's different.
It's different because they're doing it for means of
The check.
profit.
They're doing it for the check.
Correct.
Yes.
And they're taking away. For example, if 5 celebrities come out that's a pop culture podcast, let's say for example, then you're ruining the pop culture sphere for regular people like us to
and
get
have
into
an
it.
opportunity to do it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because you already have the social media and the means to get your name out there.
Yeah.
We have to work 5 times as hard to do that.
Yeah, like Khloe Kardashian, you got enough money.
Correct. You have so many businesses. Why do you now need a podcast?
No.
You have a TV show, for God's sakes.
This is the way for us to make it. Leave it alone.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm all for like people going to podcasts and doing it, but
Well,
if
and like
you're-
expressing your like creativity and things like
Right.
that. But it's like you are doing that with your 5 million companies.
and you have a TV show that's basically a podcast. You just talk.
That's true. And yes, I'm still keeping up with y'all.
There you go.
I will watch your show, but I ain't listening to your podcast.
Period.
Let us cook.
Yeah, like it's like, you know, it's platforms like this allowed for people like Alex Cooper to
make it.
to make a big name for herself. The
Yes.
same thing with the Basement Yard and things like that.
Yep.
They weren't big time celebrities. They
Right.
worked hard for it.
If this starts getting tainted by celebrities, like, and like I said, I know we always joke about share so we can like pay for shit, but it's like, it's not even about that. I'm going to be completely honest. There's some truth to that, but it's not as like prominent as we kind of make it seem, and maybe we should cool off on it. But why we love doing this so much is because, one, we get to see each other once a week, which is great. We're forced to hang out.
Maybe not talk together all the time unless it's
until
a
we're mic'd up.
Yeah.
But it's like, this is our creative outlet. We get to do this for fun. Like, we have episode after episode and we ain't getting a check. Like, and we're still doing it because we find it fun.
And it's all about building community.
Yes.
I like that we're sharing our opinions online, and like maybe like other people share the same opinion. Maybe they share something
Right.
different. So it's fun.
We got so many flowers. Oh yeah, we got so many fuck.
Damn again.
Damn, cut that out. I said fuck again. We got so many followers after our community agreed on the conversation about Katy Perry. So it's like we are building a community.
Correct. Thank you, Katy Perry.
Thank you, Katy Perry, for all of our followers that we got overnight.
Correct.
I appreciate you. I know I shit on you a lot, but thank you so much for all the work that you do. And you what? Thank you for going to space. That's one step for women and
2 steps for
mankind. I
was just, yeah. I might just cut all of this out.
period. Anyway, but remember when we were talking about Jax and like shitty relationship interactions? I had an epiphany the other night.
Another one.
When did I have another epiph?
The last one was about like not needing a man and like being on the couch and just watching.
Oh, that
TV.
was 2 episodes ago.
Wow.
Well, we all saw how that epiphany went. I crumbled at the sign of a man messaging me. So,
2 of them.
but hey, no, talk about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
two episodes
But
ago.
now you crumbled again.
I didn't crumble this time.
Crumbled.
I did not crumble. But anyway, shitty relationships, right? So I was watching She's the Man the other night. I think that was the same night that I cleaned out my apartment because it was a Friday and that's when we usually record and Evelina wasn't here. So I had time to clean out space. But anyway, I watched She's the Man and had some wine alone. And I'm watching this and just watching Channing Tatum and like his character and how he falls in love with Amanda Bynes' character like towards the end of the movie and how he shows up for her at the cotillion, and I think it was a cotillion, whatever. But just and it made me think of like other rom-coms. Like you've got How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, like their big romantic moments towards the end of the movie, and just like shit like that all the time. 27 Dresses, you got them like developing like a enemies to lover type relationship. Did all of these, and this is not a hot take, but did all of these give us false hope about relationships at a young age? Like, did they pull the wool over our eyes about what relationships are actually like in the real world? Because I have never experienced a rom-com moment.
But I think that's the whole point of a rom-com, is to create this fantasy of this perfect man and this
But
perfect
why
relationship.
does it need to be a fantasy?
Because real life sucks, as we could tell. Like, that's not gonna make you like watch a movie.
Yeah, you don't want to watch a movie about real life?
No.
Never. I would be more depressed.
Real life, the depressing one would be fucking Titanic.
Oh God.
That's pain.
That is pain and sorrow.
Yeah.
I saw something that said, because she died when she was really old, right? From Titanic. And they're like, now she's going to be stuck for eternity with the homeless man that she met when she was 17.
Wow.
And I don't remember her age that she was supposed to be in that movie. But like,
Wow.
if you really think about it, sis, that could not have been the only love of your life. You met him for what, a week? And then he died?
What if we see a cute boy on the cruise?
Well, I hope this does not play out like Titanic.
I hope it does.
You already put that out there.
Sorry.
There will be no icebergs.
No iceberg. We're going to Mediterranean?
Yeah, so at least the water will be warm.
Yeah, it'll be May.
We won't freeze to death.
No.
But we won't be in the water anyway because the boat is going to be fine.
Royal Caribbean.
Period. Please. I've been on 2 cruises and I've come back alive.
Bless.
You gotta love technology because we're going to be just fine.
Correct.
I'm going to be so fit in my little bikini.
Wow.
I'm ready to start wearing bikinis this summer. Not at this moment. Give me some time, sis.
Yeah.
I haven't worn a bikini in years. I never think I ever did.
Yeah. Well, when I was like younger.
I don't even know if I did. I would always still get, like, even if it was a 2-piece, you don't care, but whatever. Even if it was a 2-piece, like, it was one of my favorite swimsuits. So, like, it came across like a bandeau, but then it had like a halter top here.
Ooh, those.
It was so cute. So cute. You could still see my belly button ring. By the way, I have one. No one has seen it in years because I haven't wanted to show my tummy tum.
If you want to see it, Email us at girls.
Excuse me. This is not OF.
That's not OF.
We ain't got no OF.
This ain't no of.
We don't have an of. But you don't know what will happen if you don't share. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Never. You know, they make way more money than I do.
For nothing.
And I also have daddy issues. But you will not see me on that platform.
If you want to see some mukbangs, I mean, we'll do it.
Mukbang.
Right? Is that what it is?
I call them mukbang, but it's probably because, like, I'm American.
Oh.
And we fuck up. Damn it! Stop! And we mess up a lot of words. I need you to cut that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm trying.
That's all right.
I have a hard time with
I
my
mean,
mouth.
this is an hour and a half episode.
We should probably wrap it up.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can keep their attention span this long.
Thanks for watching if you are.
But anyway, were we fooled by rom-coms?
Comment below.
Comment below. All right. Well, let's go ahead with our last segment so we can let these people go and get on with their day. So this is a segment that we like to call Weekly Vibes of the Week. Boom, 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 boom.
Nice.
Period. So
Do you have one?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So my weekly vibe of the week, hold on to your hats, folks, because it is something that I've already recommended, but it's in a different form. So you guys remember when I was talking about ACOTAR, A Court of Thorns and Roses?
A Court of Thorns and further
A Court of Thorns and Roses. So you guys know how much I love those books. I have recently discovered graphic audios of this book. And I say graphic audios because it's not your reggy schmeg audiobook. No, it is including cinematic sounds and noise effects. And you know what?
It's rated R.
This book has sexy times in it, right?
Does it have like sex?
Bro! It does? Yeah.
Whoa.
So I got to this one scene last night.
Is it like mac and cheese level?
No, you don't hear the stir in the pot. But like there will be moans.
Whoa.
Like there will be like
Grunts?
Like, and it's so wild. So I got to this scene last night. So I like to listen to these like while I'm in bed because like instead of scrolling through my phone, no, because instead of scrolling through my phone, I'm listening to a story and it's lulling me to sleep. Not last night. So I really wish you would fucking read these. So he was like doing stuff to her and it was all being explained and there was sound effects and I literally, you guys, as I'm laying there and like things are happening and I'm listening, I kept going, oh my god, just like alone in my bed. It's like more things would happen and I would just be like, oh, and I couldn't
She was
handle
blushing.
it. I was, my face is getting hot because it's different from like reading it yourself and then hearing somebody read it to you with sound effects in the background.
Wow.
It made the scene so much more intense because you know when I was reading like the first couple of books, I was like, it's not very spicy. It didn't get spicy until the very last book. Boy, was I wrong, because listening to these books, a completely different scenario.
Wow, maybe you just weren't into it.
And you know this because I had a hard time getting into the beginning of these books.
It's a lot of introductory things.
Yes, and I hate history. So there was just a lot of that, especially in the first book.
Why must we keep harping on the past? Remember from Wicked?
Yes, I do. But I have fallen in love with the second book this time around. Because I think I told you I didn't really fall in love with it till book 3. Book 2 is completely different with the graphic audio. Maybe I was just reading it in a boring way.
Maybe
I'm the problem.
That's it.
The second book is incredible. First book still was kind of a snooze fest to a point. I don't really give a shit at this point. But highly recommend. And if you have Spotify Premium, you get to listen to these graphic audios with a part of your subscription, but you only get 15 hours of listening time per month. You can increase your listening time by 10 hours if you pay $12.99, which I wasn't going to, and then the days were going on very slowly, so I paid for 10 more hours, which was like buying the book all over again. But I digress.
Yeah, you know, money comes and goes.
It's going. Not a lot's coming, but we're changing that hopefully.
Yes.
But yeah, so highly recommend graphic audio ACOTAR series. And if you won't
Here we go.
read them, can you listen to them?
Oh, that's really bad. I don't think I can.
Even with what I'm telling you is happening.
I just think I'm not going to be focused. See, the thing is, this is where me and Taylor differ. I don't like romance anything.
But even men are reading these and really liking them.
That's fine. I'm just saying, like, I've never been drawn to rom-coms.
Which is not true.
But I've never been drawn to it.
You
She's
love
not-
you love How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
I do love How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Rom-com.
I know, but I'm saying I'm not drawn to it. There's a select few that really catch my eye. Mm-hmm. I never read romantic novels. I've never read a romantic novel.
But this one is more fantasy than romance. There's like slight romance.
Even so, I don't really read fantasy books.
Me neither.
I've always read nonfiction, of course, and true crime. That's it.
Can you humor me?
I'll try my best.
I will. What would you like me to do? Do you want this to be a give and take type of situation?
I just don't know when I'm gonna do it. I think is when I'm trying to have a hard time.
You're about to work from home.
That's true.
That's
true, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Because I gave you these books a long time ago.
Yeah.
And not even all of them. I have some piled in my room.
Yeah. It's been so long since I've read a book.
Did I give you the first two, I think?
I think so.
I may have given you the first three.
Red one. What's the other one? Blue?
Mm-hmm.
What's the third color? Yellow?
Purple. I think it's purple.
We don't know.
I think she's purple. But anyway, please.
I will try my best.
I will watch something or listen to something that you would want me to.
The Godfather?
Sure.
See?
I will. On the day of my daughter's wedding.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've seen the movie?
No.
You really got me there. Damn.
Got her. I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
It's like almost 3 hours long.
I've watched Titanic.
There's no love.
No, I'm saying it's 3 hours.
Yeah, but at least that had like a love thing.
I watch action movies when somebody else puts them on.
Well, it's not really an action movie.
I love The Town.
Oh, the Ben Affleck movie?
Yeah, I watched it the last time I was in Boston.
I love that
for
movie.
the second time of my life.
Wow. Have you seen The Accountant?
No.
What the fuck?
No one's put that on for me.
That's so wild. I feel like if we were to put like our Netflix side aside, it would be so obvious, like different. Mine is all like dark action, like just like shit boys would watch. Yours is like super girly.
It is, and I love it. It's who I am.
It's so different.
Can you please read these books?
I will try my best. I'm not gonna promise anything.
But just pick it up and read it.
I know, but I have like ADHD. Like it's so hard.
Then listen to it.
I'll try.
What would be better for you, listening or reading it?
Probably listening. I feel like I could.
You just said it wouldn't be.
But I'm saying, compared to the two, listening would probably make more sense.
And give me my books back.
Oh my god, why is she yelling at me? This whole weekly vibe of the week.
Because you are hoarding them and not reading them.
I'm sorry.
But
you also kind of forced it upon me.
I did because I wanted you to read them. All right, I will stop forcing Evelina, or at least yelling her to read it, but fuck, damn it. Read the books.
I will try my best. My weekly vibe of the week is a Spotify playlist. It's called Tropical House, something like that. And the reason why it's my weekly vibe is that playlist as a whole has some really great sounds on it. If you're looking for a summer playlist, like, you know, it's 80 degrees outside, sunny, the windows are down, put that playlist on and it will make you feel like you're on vacation, on a beach. It's just chill. Like, think of Blue as Flame, but as a whole playlist.
Oh,
like,
period.
It's just really nice, really chill, but like, you know, house music.
If I listen to that, will you read the books?
Tune in next week to find out if I've read the book.
Spoiler alert, she
I
doesn't.
didn't. I didn't read any book. Spoiler alert.
Can you try?
I said I will try.
Okay.
I had no promises.
You have to put the funny thing is you'll probably like the first book more than any of them. And that's the one that I had trouble getting through.
Tune in. Oh, I just noticed that. That's really cute.
Oh, thank you. I've had that for years.
No shit. Is it you found that after cleaning? We
Yeah.
really need to wrap this up because my battery is dying.
Yeah, I found that after cleaning. All right. So thank you. Oh, wait, no. Tell them where they can find us.
You can find us on all social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. You can find me on Instagram at Shisha HISHA.
And you can find me on TikTok. I thought it stopped. Not on TikTok. You can find me on Instagram at TaylorJG96. Thank you so much for joining us on this Top Shelf Tuesday or whatever day you decide to listen to us on. We really appreciate being in your lives and we love that you're in ours. Please share this, like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. I know I already said share, but again, share with your friends and tune in every Tuesday or whatever day, I guess, for the girls who shit talk and don't truth talk. It's us, folks. And read ACOTAR. Okay, bye!